Assalamualaikum. This recording will be a brief discussion for my project paper on successful English language learning inventory. So in my paper, I have stated that a few studies have shown that standard of English among Malaysian has declined within these few years. And even though these students have been studying English for more than 10 years, they're still unable to be proficient in English and do not perform in the national examination in SPM. So this research was carried out to identify the strategies employed by successful English language learners so that these can be useful information for those poor learners of English, and it is hoped that they can make full use, trying out and experiment most of the strategies highlighted in this study. So here's are the brief discussions on the findings. The first one is listening strategy. As you can see from the graph, most of the participants are quite familiar and have tried all those strategies. Same goes with vocabulary strategy use. Many participants have tried most of the strategies. However, compared with listening strategy use, in this strategy, the participant found that there are strategies that didn't fit them and they didn't prefer to use it. For example, using flashcards to learn new words and practice new action verbs by acting them out. For speaking strategy, the finding shows quite similar pattern with the previous one. As you can see, most participants have used or tried most of the strategies, and there are only 2 or 3 strategies that is less preferred by the participants. And the pattern goes the same in the findings for reading strategy and writing strategy, where most participants have tried those strategies, and some of them really love it and prefer to use it. Overall, participants have employed many strategies in each of the skills, and they are the one who try to experiment. They are the one who initiate to use the strategy. So we can conclude that successful language learner always employed more strategies in learning and in order to improve their proficiency in English. These findings also support other studies that have been done before, for example, by Faizah in 2004 and Punitavali in 2002, where these studies both indicated that good language learner usually will have employed more strategies than the poor language learner. And this study also support the previous studies that have been done. Moving on to the implication of this study on language teaching and learning. For the learner, this study provides a useful reference on the strategies employed by successful learners in English. In other words, which strategies that is effective in improving their English. So learners who are less competent in English, or those learners who want to be more proficient in English, can try out all those strategies and search for the one which suits them. Yeah. And By experimenting those strategies themselves, the learners are actually taking action on their own learning. They are actively involved in their learning. And through this, students will become more aware of the language, and this will further develop their proficiency in English. For implication on second language teaching, by providing this kind of inventory to students, teacher can investigate which kind of strategies preferred by their students. Also, the findings from the study can be used by teachers to try out in their class. So if one of the strategy in the study seems to be preferred by most of the participants, teachers could try to use it intermittently in their instruction and see whether the student like it or not. And using strategies, okay, in learning English, teachers can build awareness of the language on their students. So not just the teacher actually do the learning and thinking, but also they encourage their student to think about the language, think about what the most effective strategies and method that can help improve their own learning. Yeah. So that's it. Thank you.